I'm Co-Im on Capitol Hill. I'm Co-Im at the White House.
From the Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York.
This is Up to the Minute. I'm Co-Im. It's day 4 of the government shutdown.
Has lawmakers from both sides of the aisle skeptical.
What went wrong with the rollout? What he knew when is a game of gotcha. Anne-Marie? Good morning, Anne-Marie. And if this storm isn't doing enough damage, there's another right on its heels.
This is an unusually snowy winter in New York. The city typically receives around 25 inches. We've already gotten 40.3 inches with more on the way. But Illinois was the hardest hit state. This pile of rubble used to be an auto shop. Police say despite the damage, employees were able to crawl out unhurt.
Preliminary data shows that the train that derailed was going way too fast. Target has nearly 1,800 stores in the U.S. and the security breach happened when customers swiped their cards. But the look and security of our cards are expected to change soon. It could reflect a broader trend. And several other cities and states have done the same. Good morning, Anne-Marie. This latest round of nasty winter weather blanketed an area from Kansas to Maine. In New York, frozen ice remains on the ground. Travel was disrupted across the nation, and at the height of the storm, more than 1 million people were left in the dark, most of them in Pennsylvania. As of late last night, more than 500,000 customers remain without power in Pennsylvania, most in the Philadelphia suburbs. A state of emergency has been declared, and the governor says it may take days before power is fully restored.
Down power lines from trees falling on the power lines, trees falling out across the roads and making it difficult for the crews to get there.
Villanova University is shut down for the rest of the week.
Power's out everywhere, so I mean the food's limited, resources are limited.
But it isn't just the power issues. The mix of heavy snow and ice made travel difficult and dangerous. A milk truck in Ohio slid into a house, and there was a 30-car, 2-mile-long pileup in Michigan. Folks in New York City had to navigate deep puddles of ice-cold slush.
Trudging, well, it's good for your legs. It's good cardio.
As the storm moved from the Midwest to the Northeast, nearly 3,000 flights were canceled in the United States yesterday, according to the online tracking site FlightAware. And there has been so much bad weather in several states, there's a shortage of rock salt that's used to clear the roads. You can see how cold it is from my breath. A mass of frigid air follows the snow and ice. But Anne-Marie, at least it's expected to be a better travel day on the ground and in the air.
Let's hope so. Co-Im here in New York. Thank you, Co.
The governor of New York is asking people to keep the victims' families and the survivors in their thoughts tonight as teams of investigators will find out what exactly happened in this derailment.
A 7-car Metro North train jumped the track Sunday morning with the first car coming to a stop right at the water's edge. The derailment happened on a curved section of track in the Bronx, where the Harlem and Hudson rivers meet.
It started to make a loud shifting noise, like with the tracks. And the next thing I know, 2 people from across the train come flying at me and fell on top of me.
About 100 passengers were on board the train traveling from Poughkeepsie, New York to Grand Central Terminal. The bodies of 3 victims were found outside on the ground. A 4th was removed from inside the train. Police divers searched the water to make sure no one was thrown in from the force of the crash.
On a workday, fully occupied, would have been a tremendous disaster.
More than 60 people were hurt. Several are critical. Ryan Kelly broke his left hand.
I got thrown across back and forth, and it came to like a halt, and there was just people screaming.
Fire crews used airbags to lift up portions of the train and free trapped passengers. They also cut away parts of the cars to get people out.
The crash happened about a half-mile from another derailment over the summer. Officials are looking at speed as a possible factor.
We have not spoken to the conductor. We anticipate interviewing the train crews in the next day or 2.
A law enforcement source tells CBS News the train operator told first responders he applied the brakes, but they did not function.
We asked the NTSB what the recommended speed around the curve is, and the lead investigator says the max is 30 miles per hour, and we're told that the information from the event or data recorder should be available in the next day or so. I'm Co-Im in the Bronx, New York. Now, back to you.
28-year-old Shelly Chung is searching for a relationship online. She likes to meet new people and she likes to eat, so she's testing out a new dating website that caters to foodies.
You name it, you know, people are just trying everything and just trying out their options.
Hoping for the best.
Yeah, exactly.
Online dating has long been popular, but now there are more options for specific tastes. There's a place for singles with food allergies, another for tall people. You can find a fellow smoker or date a person based on what they like to read. There's even a site that matches farmers.
You can also download dating apps to your mobile device and meet people nearby right away.
You basically have everyone right at your fingertips.
Lori Davis is the author of Love at First Click.
Niche sites are really where the industry is growing the most, and on mobile. So that's really where we're going to see the innovation happen.
Lori is actually getting married this May to a man she met on Twitter.
I'm engaged to my tweetheart. We met each other on Twitter in 140 characters.
I like testing out new things.
As for Shelly, it's wait and see.
Are you looking for love?
I think in a way everyone's looking for love who doesn't believe that they have it yet.
She's sitting tight for the right connection. Co-Am for CBS News, New York.